Good evening, welcome to tonight's Thundering Thursday, where we're having a look at the new Flames of War Dunkirk Starter Set. As you can see, lots of wonderful things. So, let's get this wrapper off and have a closer look. And welcome back. So, let's get the lid off. Let's have a closer look. And as expected, lots and lots. So let's get the mundane out the way first. With the bag of bases, fillers, a little bag of dice, 5 grey, 5 green, and onto the wonderful things. So we get a little bag of tank crew, both British and German, and then we get 2 Stug 3s, which will also make Panzer 3s. We'll have a close look at those in a moment. And 5 cruiser A13 tanks. And then onto one of the smallest guns used in the war. We have the British 2-pounder anti-tank gun. A large bag of smaller screws. There we go. Sorry about the noise. Right, we get 3 Vickers Mark 6 light tanks with 2 different turret options, which again we'll have a closer look at. Then we get British sprue, yes, British BEF platoon sprue. Again, we'll have a close look at those in a moment. Yeah, British gun, again BEF. This is the gun crew and command sprue, command frame. And then the Germans. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those sprues. And 2. Ooh. Get another baggie. One thing Battlefront are good at is packing so much into a relatively small box. If only other companies could do the same. So, as expected, full colour rulebook, which briefly covers the 4 main protagonists. And a quick potted history of World War II. Pack of cards, which we'll have a look at. The core rules, quick start guide. And of course, the destructions with their suggested model layout on the bases. a look at the unit cards. First of all, we get British in green, German in grey. So, a force card with suggestions for optional units and their catalogue codes, obviously. This is about buying more models. So, as you can see, you get the options for Motorised Rifle Company, which of course is made up of motorised rifle platoons. You get the card for the Stug, and that's it. In this box, the German army here is more about the infantry, with a full company strength of over 100 models. Well, the British force, we get a little card covering the options and the organisation with suggestions. Interesting that the British it's on 2 pieces, where the Germans it's on a single. But then, looking at it, the British get less options in their force, hence single card as opposed to the double. You get the cards for the A13 squadron and troop. Then the Mark 6 cavalry troop, the rifle platoon, and the anti-tank platoon. So, again, all excellent little, very well produced cards. And now what we're all here for. So, the German infantry. So, what is interesting here is that the MG32 model seems to have a longer barrel than the Panzer anti-tank rifle, which is not the case in real life. The anti-tank rifle has a much longer barrel. But anyway, we get the prone MG42 and we get standing MG42. We get the German light mortar, 50mm mortar on its T-tray. We get various gun crew prone positions. We get a handful of NCOs and officers. And oh, is that another? Yeah, another MG32. And then lots of riflemen. So we get 4 of these sprues, each one with each one with 27 figures on, so giving you well over 100 models, which should make up a full company strength force of at least 2 platoons. And onto the BEF, British Expeditionary Force. So we've got gun crew in various poses here, including 2 models, or 3 models actually here, that's supposed to be sat on the gun itself, 4 models even, plus various crew and, said earlier, command figures, which can either be used for the gun crew or for the platoon command. And then we get the infantry sprue. Again, rather short barreled boys anti-tank rifle. We get what looks like a 75mm, so 3-inch mortar, and a Vickers heavy machine gun. And we get an officer light, so we get a 2-inch light mortar, another officer, and a handful of infantry in various poses. So we get 26 figures in all, giving us more of a platoon strength force. So now the tanks, starting with the Vickers Mark 6 light tank. So as you can see, you get two different turret options. One with just the base machine gun. The other, I believe, option C on this, I believe, is light anti-tank gun and base machine gun. So, wonderful little kit. And the amount of detail on a kit this size is amazing. You can get the individual rivets and plenty of them, which to my untrained eye has lots of rivets. They're all correct. That's the Mark III, so you get 3 of those. Again, very light scouting tank that was used across Europe and across the British Empire. In fact, I think Germany was probably the only European force that didn't have them in one form or another. Then we have the A13, which was more of a cruiser tank. So these were designed as tank hunters. We get, again, 2 gun versions and different hatch options, with the one turret with its spaced armour. Yeah, again, wonderful little kit, and this is Britain's first real, I have to excuse the Wookiees, Britain's first real tank, although there were a few other A models before this. This was the first one to see any actual combat. We get 5 of these, so that's a 2-man HQ troop and a 3 tank troop. And then onto, well, for this box it's supposed to be made up as the Stug, but this sprue also gives you the options for the regular Panzer III. So we get 3 different gun options for the Panzer III, including the infamous, for bolt action players, the twin machine gun light anti-tank version, the Dakar tank. So when I make these up, I probably won't be gluing the hull tops to the hull base if possible, as this will mean that I can swap them over. So we just get a 2 tank troop for that, with the Germans having so many infantry. And again, with the, speaking of the tanks, we get stray. We get a little resin sprue of German tank crew with their Panzer beret and a regular officer's cap. And then for the Brit, there's the other SKP. And for the British, we get 2 little sprues with commanders and drivers keeping their heads down. So wonderful little things. And then finally, I look at the little 2-pounder. So this is probably the smallest gun and kit I've seen from Battlefront, because this is significantly smaller than the German 37mm anti-tank gun. So we get the wheels, etc., but we get a couple of ammo boxes, things with it too. So all in all, a wonderful box set, an entry into Flames of War. As expected, very, very high quality from Battlefront. So, hope to see you all soon with our next video. Our next Thundering Thursday video, we'll be having a look at the Maginot line. So, we'll see you then.